Welcome to Developer Tips. In this video, we'll learn what is Angular, benefits of using Angular, and also we'll compare with other different framework like React and Vue as well. We'll discuss why Angular is great for enterprise application. Interview key point at last we'll discuss. Okay, let's go to the next slide. There we'll discuss what is Angular. Angular is a powerful open source framework developed and maintained by Google. It is primarily used for building dynamic data-driven web application, particularly single page application, SPA we call that SPA, where the user interact with web page without requiring a full page reload. In this definition, multiple things are here. We'll focus that one as well, like why it's called powerful framework, what is a framework, what is open source, why it called dynamic data driven web application, why it's used for dynamic data driven web application. That means we'll also discuss what is dynamic, what is data driven, what is spa. All these things we'll discuss. What is a framework, we'll discuss that one first. Unlike a library, what library, where you call specific function only, that's called library. Angular provide a complete structure of building apps, enforcing best practices and pattern. That's called a framework. Framework means all the things bundle in one place. That's called a framework. Then why it's called, what is open source? Open source means free to use, modify, contribute. You can also if you are using any open source library or open source framework or open source software, then you don't have to do anything, like you don't have to mention they are credited to this thing, we don't have to mention, or you don't have to take the license, this thing we don't have to take that one. Then you can also contribute to them. If you want to build on the top of the open source, if you want to build something new, then also you can build. We call also Angular is a powerful framework. Why? Like offers tools for complex tasks like routing, state management, form validation out of the box. We don't have to import anything, we don't have to do. In Angular core feature, all these things are available. And as I mentioned, it's developed and maintained by Google, created by Google engineer in 2010. Originally, it was Angular JS, which is written in JavaScript. But after that, they introduced Angular 2. From Angular 2, they moved to TypeScript. There is many changes. It's a rebuilded things, and entirely they rebuilded the Angular. Also, Google use internally in many projects like Google Arts, Firebase, and many other also in and also in many other project, Google project as well. Then we are coming to dynamic data driven web application. What do you mean by dynamic data driven web application? What do you mean by dynamic? Dynamic means content change in real time based on user interaction or data updates like live chart, stock dashboard. These are the dynamic things where the user can interact and where user can send some data or to the server, and on the runtime they can get the output. That's we call dynamic behavior. Then we are coming to data driven. What is data driven? App focuses on fetching, processing, displaying data like social media feeds, e-commerce site. These are the data driven application. These both are combining, we make dynamic data driven web application. Then there is another thing we are calling single page application. What is SPA? Means single page application means a web app that load once and update content without full page reload. Like when you are reloading any page or when you are rerouting to any other page, that will not reload the entire page. How in Angular, how they implement the SPA feature? Client side rendering they are doing routing. In the later chapter, we'll discuss about what is client side rendering, what is server side rendering, what is routing. These all feature I'll cover there as well. When we are loading the application, reload, that means like when you are loading any application, if you are not loading the entire page, there is multiple benefits. Some of them are faster user experience, like only specific part of the page is update. That means the user get quickly the response or quickly able to okay, re-render the UI. That also improve the user experience. Reduce server load. Less data is transferred after the initial load. Every time the user click, few data it's coming from the server. Then that's also okay. User experience is good because the user don't have to wait for entire page to reload or anything like that. Yeah. In this slide, we'll discuss the benefits of using Angular. Like here, few of the benefits I mentioned. Beyond that, there is also many. Like it's modular, it's scalable, strong typing with TypeScript, built-in tools for development, two-way data binding, cross-platform development, and many more also there. What do you mean by modular and scalable? Angular promotes the use of modules which help developers organize their code base and keep the application scalable. That means create the module, organize the code base, keep the application scalable. That means when we are scaling the application, there should be, if we create some multiple modules as per their work, then it's easy to maintain also, and easy to track, easy to maintain, easy to change many things. Strong typing with TypeScript. Strong typing with TypeScript means 2 from Angular 2, it's written in TypeScript, which brings the benefits of typing and better tooling and refactoring support. Like this leads to fewer runtime error, better developer productivity, because the developer get to know in the runtime, the developer get to know what's the error there. Well, also okay, when we're writing the code, we'll discuss okay how it's benefit, okay how we'll get to know where when is the error. That also we'll discuss. That will also get to know. There, there is many built-in tool Angular provide for development, like Angular CLI. CLI means command line interface, simple task like creating component, running the test, serving the app, build the app for production. These things we can do using the Angular CLI. That means when we are creating a component, we don't have to create like multiple files, just only okay ng generate component. If you do that one, then the file it will create the folder with the file, it will the boilerplate it will create. If you are okay building the application, then ng build prod. If you are mentioning, then the production build file, okay Angular will take care of everything and it will just give you a output, the production build output. When you are running the test, you can also just okay ng test. If you run that one, then it will run the test. You don't have to okay take care of, you don't have to manually go and run everything. Then two-way data binding. What is two-way data binding? Two-way data binding means when we are writing something in the component, then it's reflecting in the view. When you are okay updating something in the view, it also reflecting in my TypeScript. That means from component to view, view to component. That we call two-way data binding development. Cross-platform development means not only Angular is not only used for the web development. Cross-platform development. Cross-platform development means we can build the web app, also we can build the mobile app, also we can build the desktop application using the same code base with little twist. Like for web application, we are using Angular that we can run in the web. But if you want to build any mobile app, then we have to use the native script or Ionic we can use. With the help of Ionic or native script, we can build mobile app as well. And for desktop application, if there is some requirement of desktop application, but our code is written in Angular, that also we can do using Electron. In this slide, we'll compare Angular with other framework like React and Vue. I am considering Angular with React and Vue comparison. In the table, I just mentioned like the points, but we'll go the definition. Okay, what the meaning of the framework, why it's library, why it's progressive framework, what is progressive framework, what is TypeScript, what is JSS. All the points will cover here as well. Angular is a full MVC. Full MVC means MVC framework with built-in tools like routing, HTTP client, forms, state management. These are available here. Inbuilt, it's available. And it's a strict structure. You have to follow some structure like module, service, dependency injection. You have to follow that one. These things you have to follow. Ideal for large application. Angular is ideal for large application like needing long-term maintenance. That's Angular. But in React, it's a library. Library focus on component view layer. And React require the third party tools for routing like React router. For state we use Redux or Movex, etc. We are using Vue. I am coming to Vue. Okay, start small and scale as needed. Like it's a progressive framework. When you are starting, you just to get take few of the things. Whenever it's required, you are just okay implementing or you are just adding to your framework. That's we call a progressive framework. Like Angular is okay fully opinion oriented. Like you have to use that one. But in React it's less opinion oriented. Like you can also use there, or you can also go for a third party tools like that. In the syntax, in the language wise, TypeScript, we are using TypeScript in Angular. It's like better strict typing, better for teams, refactoring. Like in the React, we are using the JavaScript. Like JSX, we are using. Like HTML like syntax in JSS. We when you see the code, React code, it looks like a HTML code, but which is written in the JavaScript only. For that reason, we call it a JSX. But Vue, you can choose JavaScript or you can choose TypeScript. React, sorry, Angular is a stepper learning curve. You have to step by step, you have to learn. React, it's a moderate. You can just okay, start and later, okay, you can just learn, okay, a few things. And Vue is gentle, like you can start and slowly you can learn. Data binding perspective, Angular is two-way, and React is one way, and Vue is two-way. But you can implement two-way or you can implement one way, but it's optional. Ecosystem, all thing here available. And React third party. And here it's in Vue, it's flexible. You can also use official or communities. Angular is best for enterprise application where you need the support. Okay, Google team is there. Okay, they will support you as well. And dynamic UI and SPA for small to medium application. Basically, Angular people are preferring, okay, in the enterprise people are preferring Angular, but not like all the application. The maximum application people are preferring Angular, but some of the feature, some of the component, or some of the, okay, when we are using micro frontend framework, micro frontend concept, then that time few of the things also we are making in React, also in Vue, but yeah, Angular is the main thing. In this slide, well, why Angular? Why I will choose Angular, or when I will choose Angular? Like its scalability. Scalability means Angular modular architecture allow you to easily scale your application as your business grow. For an example, I'm just considering one example, like e-commerce site expansion expands. Like you can divide the apps into multiple feature modules such as user account, product listing, shopping cart, payments, and whenever they are is needed, you just okay add these things. And whenever suppose now in payment you added few of the things, then later stage you need another module in the payment, that also you can do in it's easily we can do. That's we call the scalability. Data binding, Angular provide multiple data binding like interpolation, one way data binding, two-way data binding. In one way there is also from component to view, from view to component, view to ts, that's all. And it's component based UI. Like component based UI means like same thing I am considering the e-commerce application typically have the complex interactive UI. Angular component based architecture allow you to break down the complex UI element like product card, shopping cart, search filter into reusable component. Suppose I created one form for product card, that also I can use the same component in product edit as well with some tweaking. Then coming to routing and lazy loading. Routing and lazy loading means whenever we are moving from one page to another page, that there we are using routing. In here also we can consider it's a lazy loading. Lazy loading means whenever the we are just okay pointing to the route, then the module or that component it will load. Before that it will not load the component or the module. Rich tooling and CLI support. Angular provide feature like code generation for for creating components, service. We have to just to run the command, then we'll get the boilerplate code as well. And serving your app locally, building production ready bundle. This saves all these save significant development time when building enterprise level application, especially. Then testing support. After building the each application, we have to test that application. For that also, Angular provide the built-in testing support. Like with Angular built-in testing library like Jasmine, Karma, and Protractor, developer can easily write unit test and integration test for various part of the e-commerce application. Like developers should ensure the reliability and performance as well. Angular take care of these things. Coming to security features, Angular provide built-in protection against common web vulnerability like cross-site XSS, like cross-site scripting, CSRF, like cross-site request forgery, which are important for handling sensitive data like payment details, user forms, like user-sensitive data. That's when it's coming to that point of view, we have to take care of this thing. That also provided by Angular, and there is also multiple other things are available that will also, when we are writing the code, we'll get to know. Here if I'm discussing everything, then it will like more on theory as well. Yeah, each and every chapter you will get to know. I will suggest you from the interview perspective what need to know or the basic points what need to remember. You can also note down this point. I'll also give you the PDF version of these things. Like a TypeScript based framework by Google for building dynamic data driven single page application. It's MVC or MVVM architecture, and two-way data binding is here, like modular and scalable. Organize code with modular modules, TypeScript starting typing for better tooling and fewer error, Angular CLI, cross-platform, scalable, real-time update, component-based, efficient routing and lazy loading, robust tooling and testing, security. These things already we covered. Just I mention everything here because that's it for this lecture for this today. If you find this Angular tutorial helps, please give it a like, consider subscription for more in-depth tutorial. Hit the bell icon so you are notified when the new content drops. Thanks for watching and happy coding. Thank you.